Most people know them from their weighted blankets, but Gravity has just entered the mattress game with their new Ice Hybrid Mattress. Hey y'all, Elissa here, editor of MattressClarity.com. I have tested so many cooling mattresses while I've been here, but few of them actually feel icy when you touch them. In this Gravity Ice Hybrid Mattress review, I'll go over its firmness, feel, unique features to help you figure out whether it's the bed for you. In my personal opinion, this mattress is as fierce as Elphaba's riff at the end of her show-stopping number. My fellow theater nerds will get that one. Anywho, while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we are trying to get to 50,000 followers and you can help us do just that. And remember, if you need any more in-depth mattress information, head over to MattressClarity.com. All right, let's get started. First of all, it is 12 inches tall and it's surrounded by this slick, cool to the touch cover. They don't call it the Gravity Ice for nothing. It's not only chilly whenever you touch it, it's also kind of slippery like ice itself. But underneath the cover, you'll get to the comfort layers and you'll see that it has a traditional slow moving memory foam feel. When I press my hand into it, it takes a good amount of time for it to come back into place. Another cool thing about this comfort layer is that it's infused with gel, which also helps you stay cool at night. You may have heard that memory foam has a tendency to trap body heat, but that won't be a problem here. This actually helps pull it away from your body so that you should sleep cool throughout the evening. Underneath, you've got a layer of high-density base foam, but really, this is just surrounding the coil system that it's inside. So come a little bit closer, we'll look through our little peek hole here, and you can get a view of what those coils are all about. So these are super springy, they provide excellent lumbar support, and they should extend the lifespan of your mattress. We expect this guy right here to last at least 10 years. Here at Mattress Clarity, we always pay close attention to a bed's firmness and feel. So let's see what the Gravity Ice Hybrid's all about, starting with its firmness level. First of all, here at Mattress Clarity, we use a scale from 1 to 10 to determine firmness. 6.5 is actually medium firm, also the industry standard or the most popular option out there. Okay, done with my wicked references for today. Moving on. The Gravity Ice Hybrid feels like a 7 out of 10, so it's a half a point higher than the industry standard. Offers a little bit more support, especially great if you're a back sleeper. But let's also talk about what this mattress feels like. So as you can see, it's got this soft, cool to the touch cover, and it's got a really slow moving comfort layer. But there is a layer of coils underneath, which gives it a little bit of bounce. So overall, I say it's a pretty balanced feel, more traditional than your typical all foam mattress, but you'll still get plenty of body contouring. And you will sink into this top layer a little bit, but thanks to the coils, it's not going to be super hard to move around on this bed. You won't feel like you're getting stuck inside it. But one really great way to show that off is with my handy squash ball in my hand. So watch as I drop it from shoulder height. And you'll see that it actually doesn't bounce too high. That's because there's a very, very thick layer of foam at the top, but it still gets a little bit of bounce from the coils underneath. So again, a pretty nice overall balanced feel. Now let's see how this bed feels in different sleeping positions. So when I'm resting on my back on this mattress, I feel a great balance of comfort and support. It's a tad firmer than most beds out there, which I think is especially great in this sleeping position. So if you're an average weight back sleeper like myself, you might want to really consider this bed. But moving over to my side, I also feel very comfortable on this bed. That's thanks to this thick, nice, slow moving comfort layer on the top. It helps absorb any pressure I might feel along my shoulders and my hips. Great things to look for if you're a side sleeper. I will say though, if you are a stomach sleeper, this bed isn't probably the best pick for you. For me personally, I feel my hips sinking into this soft, slow moving foam quite a bit, which gets my back out of alignment and puts some unnecessary strain on my lower back. If you were resting on it for just a nap or two, that wouldn't be too bad, but if you are strictly a stomach sleeper, I don't recommend this bed. Here at Mattress Clarity, we like to combine subjective opinions with objective tests. And one of those objective tests is the pressure map right here. So watch closely as I rest on my back, my side, and my stomach. You'll see everything from blue, which means no pressure at all the way to red, which means that there's a lot of pressure. And pay close attention, especially when I'm resting on my side. If you see a lot of red or orange around my shoulders and my hips, it's a pretty good indication that it's not a good fit for side sleepers. So let's check it out. If you share a bed with a partner, one thing you want to consider is motion isolation. So what this means is if you're resting on one side of the bed and your partner gets in on the other and they switch sleeping positions in the night, are you going to feel that movement come over to your side of the bed? One way we test this is with a glass of water. So watch as I press into the mattress around it. And you'll see there actually isn't a whole lot of disturbance in the glass. There's a little bit of water moving, but that's probably due to the coils underneath. Because there's such a thick layer of foam on top, it really absorbs a lot of that motion. But don't just take the glass of water's word for it. Let's try it out in real life too. I'm gonna get in on one side of the bed and Tanner's gonna get in on the other. And as he switches sleeping positions and moves around, I don't actually feel a lot of that movement come over to my side of the bed. So overall, good mattress for couples. Another thing you want to think about if you share a bed with a partner is edge support. What this means is if you're sitting or lying down near the side of the mattress, are you going to feel secure or are you going to feel like you might roll off? Well, in general, I would say that this mattress has decent edge support. Not the most exciting thing here to say, but I'm not lying. You sink in a little bit through this comfort layer, but once you get to the bottom, that firmer layer with the coils, it does do a pretty good job of supporting you. So a little bit of a collapse, but you're not gonna feel like you'll roll off the bed. I will say though, this slit cover does kind of make you feel like you want to slip a little bit like that, but with a fitted sheet around it, that really shouldn't be an issue at all. Lying down on this mattress, it's a similar story, I would say. A little bit of a collapse near my elbow and near my knee, but it's not so bad that it'll get in the way of your overall sleeping. You should not feel like you will fall off of this bed. Here at Mattress Clarity, we love a good pros and cons list. So let me start by talking about the good things about the Gravity Ice Hybrid Mattress. First of all, we definitely recommend this mattress for hot sleepers. It's got this cooling cover plus coils at the bottom, which promotes airflow. So if you're a hot sleeper like myself, this should keep you cool. Also, the Gravity Ice Hybrid is a fantastic choice for back and side sleepers. Especially if you're about average weight, you'll get that great pressure relief that you need. And finally, the Gravity Ice Hybrid works super well for people who love a balanced foam hybrid feel. You'll get that nice body contouring from the top layers, but still a bit of springiness from the coils at the bottom. So if you're looking for something that offers the best of both worlds, check this out. So of course we gotta talk about the cons of this mattress as well. Now, number one, this mattress may not work super well for you if you prefer an organic cotton feel around your mattress. Because this cooling cover is so effective, it's also a little bit slippery to the touch. In my opinion, this is a pretty small thing, but it's something to consider, especially before you buy a brand new mattress. Second of all, the Gravity Ice Hybrid isn't the best pick for larger stomach sleepers because you're gonna probably feel your hips sink into the bed a little bit, which can get your back out of alignment and can create some problems later on. And finally, the Gravity Ice Hybrid isn't the best pick if you prefer a traditional, like all foam, slow moving, sinking kind of feeling when you're on your mattress. So you won't sink directly into it because you have these coils at the bottom. It's still pretty easy to move around on top of this bed, but I know that some folks really like to be enveloped in their mattress. So if you fall in that category, go look for an all foam bed. When you're shopping for a new bed, it is always super smart to look at a lot of the competition out there. So let's compare the Gravity Ice Hybrid to another popular online mattress brand, Purple. So when it comes to construction, these two beds are drastically different. The Gravity has more of a traditional setup with coils at the bottom and foam at the top. The Purple, however, has their proprietary squishy gel grid at the top. This is really interesting because it feels squishy and firm at the same time. Squishy when you first touch it, but firmer whenever you apply pressure. They also have different firmness levels because of this. The Gravity comes in at a 7 out of 10, which is slightly firmer than average, while the Purple feels more of a traditional 6.5 out of 10 or medium firm. Now, I will say that the Purple is going to feel a little bit firmer for lightweight folks because lightweight folks don't compress that grid too much. So it is all a little bit subjective. Definitely take that in consideration whenever you're shopping around. And finally, let's talk about the price differences between these two mattresses. They're actually very similar, within $100 of each other, so that shouldn't be a big determining factor for you. But I also just want to remind you that you can find some amazing Mattress Clarity coupons in the description below. So if you purchase a Gravity Ice Hybrid, you should know right away what the company policies are and what you can expect. So first of all, they do offer free shipping and free returns. They have a 100-night sleep trial period, so plenty of time to test it out in the comfort of your own home. Plus, they have a 10-year warranty, and different accessories like their beloved weighted blankets are also available. Now I'm going to answer some of the most frequently asked questions about the Gravity Ice Hybrid Mattress. First up, how long will a Gravity Ice Hybrid Mattress last? Well, thanks to its high quality construction, its sturdy coils, and soft foam at the top, we expect this to last at least 10 years. Second question, does the Gravity Ice Hybrid sag? Absolutely not. This is a very supportive mattress, actually a little bit firmer than the industry standard. Plus, those coils at the bottom will prevent it from sagging, so don't worry about that here. Well, all right, y'all, that's all that this theater nerd has for you today. But remember, if you need any more information, head over to mattressclarity.com. You'll find so many in-depth reviews there. We'll answer all of the questions you may have. But remember, we have so many videos like this on our YouTube channel, so if you're looking for more, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button below, ring the bell, and you'll be notified every time we have a new video. See you next time.